Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. So we are continuing with our culture victory. Things are going well. The tourism is just sort of flowing in at this point. We're not having to do a ton for it. We have lots of social policies to continue researching and stuff, but we're not going to get a whole lot more great work buildings. There's still radio to pick up. We'll have to build broadcast centers. But at this point, a lot of it is just waiting for the great people to roll in. We are producing 32 great writer points per turn, 29 great artist points, and 18 great musician points. They're coming. We'll get them. In the meantime, we just need to keep fighting. Keep fighting the good fight over here. We need to make sure we check in on Vosteros every turn and run that, run that Repair Outer Defenses project the moment it is available. So, this is basically just going to reset the progress of the war. They no longer will have accomplished anything at all once this is finished, which is just really sad considering that it was 3 entire nations' militaries that we just thoroughly clowned. We do have to talk about the war a little bit. So if we want to convert our defensive military machine into an offensive military machine, we're probably going to have to put a bunch more effort into it. That might be worth doing because Cyrus. Why do I always keep calling him Percy? Because Cyrus is a problem in more ways than one, right? He is a problem for our tourism victory as well. His country is awkward to fight. The way the oceans are laid out here, our ships produced from Vosteros can only get to Cyrus by sailing through this narrow channel and then around this continent to attack his coastal cities, which means it's probably not worth even trying to do. That said, ships that we make can attack Phoenician cities to maybe try to get her to give up on this ridiculous war, which will make our lives a lot easier. We also have to do something about the Netherlands, maybe something more permanent than we had previously planned. We have a limited number of grievances to work with here. So we want to keep everybody in the world on our side. I'm not really sure what the plan is in terms of that, but we have to decide, do we want to devote a bunch of additional time and effort to fighting Cyrus, or do we want to just really go all cylinders on increasing tourism production? Increasing tourism production would be a lot more viable if we were not at war with him, right? So that we could run trade routes to him, because the trade route modifier for tourism is pretty huge. Or at least it's going to be pretty huge once we have online communities. Maybe once Norkoping finishes the art museum, we just start building land units here. Move through the spaces. Oh man, we can't actually walk through Indrapura, even though it's a friendly city, so we'll have to go around Indrapura across the river here. I guess Kampong Sve and Angkor Wat are both cities that belong to the Khmer, right? So if we were to liberate these back to their original owner, but take Tarsus and install the Governor Victor in it, they use this as a forward base, probably liberating these cities would mean that we don't take any grievances at all for taking them out of Persia, which is great for us. And then from here, we could push and maybe actually get Cyrus's empire down to a pretty small size before the grievances become an issue. Because this is just liberation, right? And then actually Jerusalem and Antananarivo, that's maybe how that's pronounced, these are not actually Dutch cities either. We could liberate these too. Yeah, maybe it is worthwhile for us to develop a small but elite and powerful land army. How would we do that? What does that look like technologically? So we would want to pick up... we're working on getting access to artillery. Artillery is an oil unit, so that sucks. It says requires 1 oil. I suspect we will find that it requires a lot more than 1 oil. Submarines aren't really going to be helpful. Yeah, it's got to be land stuff. Tanks require oil. Machine guns don't. Atomic Era Reconnaissance Unit pair drop ability allows movement from friendly tile to location 7 tiles away, or 12 if starting from an aerodrome or airstrip. And attack support units directly without having to eliminate the combat unit first. Well, that's not very helpful. We need the next level of siege. Like, where's the next artillery unit? It's one of these, right? Rocket artillery. Nope, still requires oil. Okay. I guess our oil problem is not going away. Takes a long time to get past the oil units. Well, where do we see oil? Rapa Nui almost has oil. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm allowed... Yeah, there's no way to buy that tile for them, but they really need that tile. I really need them to have that tile. It's too close to the city to found a city on it. Yeah, we can't really do anything ourselves. We could found a city right there and buy out to that oil, I suppose. That seems like a not ideal solution. There's no oil anywhere near any of our stuff. There's oil, here, hold on. What's this? Close this. There's oil down here, right? Yeah. If we were going to found a city down here, steel will take care of the defenses. But we'd still have to get it down here and get, like, a military unit or two into it to play defense, because the Netherlands will never stop attacking us. But that might be necessary. What city-state were we getting our oil from? Okay, it was Palenque. Cyrus has 18 envoys, or rather, 17 envoys. The number you see here is the number you have to place to get over them. Cyrus has 17 envoys in Palenque, if that number is to be believed, which I don't think that it is. If we moved Amani over here, yeah, we wouldn't actually have to put that many more envoys in. Can we do that? Can I move Amani to this city? No, because I'm at war with the city-state. Really? So Amani is not able to... You know, I had assumed, we've seen so many times this thing happen where the AI goes to war with you and then they dump 15 to 700 envoys into all of your city-state allies to take them away. I assumed that some of that was Amani doubling things, but no, apparently not. Apparently the AI often just has 20 or so envoys waiting around that they're not doing anything with for this purpose. So that means in order to take Palenque, we would have to legitimately just have 12 envoys sitting around, which is not going to happen. So Palenque is never going to flip back. If we had... Yeah, if we could get peace with Cyrus, that solves a lot of our problems, and it means we don't have to kill him, necessarily. 268. Is that all of my GPT? No, it's only almost all of it. It would allow us to start running trade routes to him again. He can refuse to open his borders, he cannot refuse trade routes. Right, you can run trade routes to people who have closed borders with you, I'm pretty sure. Well, whatever. I think I'm not going to pay him that much money for the peace. We need to buy things still. We're just going to have to kill him. Which means we're just going to have to solve our oil problem, which means we're just going to have to place this city. Alright, well, it is what it is. I suppose let's see if we can maybe teach the Netherlands the error of their ways. That's going to be very non-trivial, though. Maybe we could start with Jerusalem. That's actually on the coast. We can attack it with ships. Because it is not easy for us to build artillery, it turns out. Oh yeah, Phoenicia just built 4 ironclads. Combined 2 of them into a fleet and then just ran them all over to us all of a sudden. Aren't you at war with somebody? Don't you have things to do? I guess actually, despite Scythia's rather large army, they're all units that can't threaten a city. She didn't bother to build any, like, cannons or anything. Well, that's annoying. Okay, we definitely want the counter-spying to continue. I have strong feelings about protecting the districts adjacent to that district. And we need to make sure that our field cannon can fire. What if I'm going to soften this guy up. Give you the killing blow. You are 6 XP away from... Yes, that did it. Awesome. Kill you off easily. City can bombard you to death. So, like, war weariness is a thing. Your people are supposed to get tired of wars, especially wars in which you do nothing but lose units constantly. For some reason, that system doesn't seem to be affecting the Netherlands at all. Their people should be on the verge of rebellion. I believe it is the case that the war weariness system does not lower the loyalty of your cities. It just makes your people, like, effectively, they gain negative amenities. But it absolutely should lower the loyalty of your cities if you press on with a foolish war for too long, which absolutely should be happening to the Netherlands at this point. Because they've sent how many people's family members to die for literally no benefit. The walls of Vasteris are back up. Like, they've gained nothing from this war. A long bounty, the Alpine victory, you know, that's silly enough to be pretty good, but let's, the Dragon Revenge. Alright. As a society, we're starting to feel a little vengeful. I'm down with that one. So we probably ought to be running trade routes to Poland whenever possible to take advantage of the extra Great People points. And we actually have enough districts here that the extra Great People points make sense. So we can run a trade route all the way to Warsaw from here. 26.2 gold per turn, thanks to reforming our coinage. And then, with the money we have, we probably ought to buy out buildings in the harbor in Orebro, right? I do want to get the theater square here up as well. But, like, this shipyard is going to be really, really good for us. Yeah, let's buy the lighthouse, we'll buy the shipyard. 8 production. I think we're going to prioritize that shipyard over buying the trader that we just unlocked. We'll buy them both eventually, obviously. But let's get that shipyard going first. Or we could just build the trader in Jönköping in a second here. Also, what is the cost on my next rock band? 640. Okay. Our faith output still is not as high as I would like it to be. Don't you pillage my district. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, and the Netherlands are still running some, like, pre-frigate era ships up here. I'm less worried about that guy. Let's blow up this ironclad fleet. You can see how little damage he did to the city. So you need to roll back into aggressive position and take the only promotion that matters. You probably should just hang out and chill for a while. But you can get over here as well. In fact, from here, I think I can just fire on that ship, can't I? No? Oh, that is a hill tile. Alright, that's fine. You guys can move right here. The Dragon Revenge. Let these ironclads have it. Right, I think we should be able to kill them next turn with the double attack field cannon and everything. So we just want to sail over and... Hold on. Let's look at the rock band page again. How exactly does this work? So plus 1,000 tourism from performing concerts on Wonders. And then plus a bunch of tourism from other building types. So like if we perform it in a theater square. 250 from the amphitheater. Nothing from the museum. 750 from the broadcast center. So a really advanced... the film studio, I believe, is a Some Civilizations unique replacement for the broadcast center. So a fully developed theater square is only as much tourism as performing on a Wonder. There's no reason for us to do anything other than perform on a Wonder with a rock band that still has the ability to do so. Each one can only perform in each place once, I believe. So we will run out of... You know what? Is that the right thing to do, even? Here's a concern. If they pillage my... Yeah, if they pillage this thing again, we're going to lose the lighthouse. We'll lose the point of trade unit capacity. We'll build this unit and not be able to use it. Maybe I should do something else until we clear out the harbor. You know, we could actually really use a neighborhood here. Okay, and we have some good places to build one. That's pretty good. I am Reluctant to build in this extremely good tile that's going to flood when the sea levels rise. Oh, we could build it here, though. That is a lovely tile. Yeah, okay. I like that. This tile has no value aside from housing, but I'm trying to think. There's nothing we're going to want to build here, right? Obviously, seaside resorts have to go on the coast. We're not probably going to be able to make any national parks. Ski resorts actually are on a mountain. Yeah, I think this should be fine. How do ski resorts work? Let me make sure that I'm not disabling myself from making ski resorts in places that are... can only be built on a mountain, provides tourism equal to the tile's appeal, cannot be built adjacent to another ski resort. Okay, so yeah, this is not affecting... Alright. Great big 6 population, or 6 housing neighborhood is going to be real good. And each city needs at least one neighborhood because we can build a +4 tourism improvement in one neighborhood per city. Alright, so we need one more turn before we can buy out that shipyard. Now that we have steel, all of our smaller cities over here are well defended. Still no, absolutely not. I'm not on top of, I'm never giving you a great work. Why would I trade you Niter? I need my Niter. Alright. The Netherlands are being very annoying. The city's not on a hill, so from behind it... Yeah, from behind it we can take our shot here. We're supposed to only be able to double attack if we haven't moved, but it just, for some reason, doesn't work that way. Wow. This, the Dragon Revenge has gotten pretty good at fighting. Let's move the Great Admiral down to here. I kind of want to keep him close to the city. Nah, it doesn't matter. And then have this full health infantry unit run out here and blow these guys up. That you can get in the city and heal. Oh, hey, we completed that ship. Let's just chill in Orebro for right now. So ships made here have a much less ridiculous route to travel to get down here and take stuff. Also, we could just take Maastricht. It's not actually a very good city. It does have a government plaza, which is interesting. She didn't build her government plaza until she made this city. So we could deprive her of that. Yeah, actually, he's just building his government plaza now. Weird. If we had a melee ship, we could potentially take this. We lost our ironclad, but we could build a new one. Yeah, just chill right here for now. Can I build a new ironclad? Is that reasonable? It's a coal-burning ship, which I don't love. Also, Jesus, turns out... Oh, right, because we don't have the... Hold on. Let me buy the shipyard. And we do want to build a theater square here, right? Wow, even with the shipyard, that's 23 turns? I guess I doubled this from 8 to 16, but 16 is still not that high. So it probably still makes sense to buy the theater square. An ironclad is 11 turns now. Yeah, let's do it. I think we'll need it. And we should just try to perform at their wonder if we can, so let's just head down toward the Colosseum. Hopefully this band won't break up after their first performance. So now we have to make a decision. Do we want to... We can't really build artillery, so we don't have any oil. Do we want to try to pursue advanced military technologies, or do we want to refocus on just like get to the tourism? I think I'm going to try just get to the tourism. Let's get radio, get computers. Plus 25% tourism across the entire empire is pretty good. The Dutch are pretending that they might do anything at all to us. How close are you to a level up? Oh, I'll just earn... I'll finish healing by earning the level up, then. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take for the AI to be okay with accepting the peace that they so desperately need to accept from us. I don't really want to go and fight them. They're going to make me. I do not want to. Yeah, get that lighthouse repaired so that we can actually get a trade unit. I mean, they have more ships. They're just waiting. They're gonna slide them in one at a time to keep this district occupied for the maximum amount of time. Yeah, they pose absolutely no threat to the city at this point. It's just harassment, really. Their harassment is not going to be very effective with this double attack field cannon here, though. It might be able to just kill the ironclad right now. Our expression of social media will define humanity's future in the information era. Boy, ain't that the truth. Hold on, we'll get to policy changes. Let's do this stuff first. Okay, we're not quite going to kill him. You could also level up through XP, or heal up through XP. That'd probably work. You can destroy this ship easily, the same way we destroyed the last one they sent at us. And they're actually trying to land cannons on my territory. Well, I think this modern military unit can probably handle that one. The Great Admiral... You can't actually kill great people in Civ 6. That Great Admiral was just teleported home. Oh, you know what? I should have done this first and then moved the Great General back. I don't know. It wouldn't have made much difference. I suppose, yeah, hang out on this tile. That way you're covering everybody. You don't really have anything terribly important to do. Yeah, I guess maybe you are just healing up normally. So, just keep running kind of this way. Your culture dominant. Thank you, Ugg. Ugg is our caveman advisor. He likes to tell us things like our culture dominant and our growth stagnate. Okay, could you attempt to repair the lighthouse again? You know what? Never mind. We know that Ironclad's just going to move in. Get back to work on the Opera House. Now that we have social media, I think we're going for the flat bonus, right? Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, we have another governor title available. There's nothing useful for Amani to take. Nothing useful for Reina to take, right? Plus 2 gold from each unimproved feature is nothing. Extra power from renewable energy sources that we don't have yet. We probably don't want to take anything from Magnus either, right? Yeah, let's just get Victor, I guess. Because we think we may have a use for him in the near future. He'll just chill in Vosteros for now and make Vosteros even harder to defeat. Yeah, see, attempting to repair the lighthouse would have yielded no benefit. So apparently, every single turn, the Netherlands is producing a ship, sending it up here, and just having it die for no benefit at all. This is exactly the kind of thing that the war weariness system is supposed to be helping with. And it could start doing that at any moment now. You gotta be pretty close to your level. Yep. Well, hold on, let's let the city shoot first. Then get the killing blow with the ship. Oh, maybe not. Not quite. Alright, well, the field cannon can finish the job. Yeah, the Netherlands is just, like, losing units like crazy every single turn. No, absolutely not. You are not allowed to sail artillery units past my city. It's a lot harder for Persia to reinforce their land stuff now that Orebro has a ship in it. I did not think that Orebro was going to be a strategically valuable city when we placed it, but it has kind of turned out to be, huh? Alright, in Karlstad, what are we going to build? You know what, we can actually make ships relatively quickly here. I guess owing to the fact that we're still running that red policy card. Speaking of policy cards, I did not change our policy cards. It is probably worth... Yeah, I should just unlock. That's an error on my part. So I think we're going to keep this. I'm going to drop their finest hour. Stuff is so under control right now. And we're going to run online communities instead. Even more tourism output. Yeah, I think that's right. Don't think... Each envoy you send to a city-state counts as 2 if its suzerain has a different government than you. It's actually... Yeah, actually, maybe we want to be doing that. Maybe I want to wait, though. Maybe I want to wait to put this in until we have enough envoys to overwhelm Cyrus. 'Cause the thing is, right now, 8 envoys won't get him out of suzerainship with Palenque, right? So yeah, let's keep cryptography active for the moment. Sorry, confirm. Yeah, let's keep cryptography open for the moment. Because we need to make sure that enemy spies are not stealing my great works and stuff. Having some amenity problems, but that zoo is very close to finished. We lost control of Rapa Nui because... stuff... I mean, we can get Rapa Nui back. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Scythia is extracting archaeological works. Alright, there's my promotion. So Rapa Nui is now suzerain of no one. Yeah, we could drop an envoy here, but I'm honestly not sure if it's worthwhile. We don't need their coal. We have our own coal. So I'm going to back that Great Admiral out of my district. I suppose now is the time. Now is the time when we fix our stuff. Someday perhaps that wonder will complete. Do we want a builder? We're going to get access to seaside resorts here. Minimum appeal of breathtaking. Can only be built on coastal desert, coastal plains, coastal grassland. You can't have a winter resort anyway. Out of curiosity, the appeal of these tiles... We do have a couple of places where we could remove a farm and build a resort instead. It'll be a low-charge builder, but honestly, probably fine. You are just waiting. You, I guess, can sit here and heal in our very valuable wonder. So now we need to consider attacking tier. It does have a city strength of 80, which will make it non-trivial to conquer. But we have to get... We have to get Phoenicia to stop. Like, we have to get out of some of these wars. There's a whole bunch of players who are at war with me, like, kind of nonsensically, and we need some of these wars at least to end. Thing is, with a city strength that high, we're going to have to make a concerted effort. This is not a thing we can do with just the troops we have on hand. What I would really like is actual siege units. Is there a way for me to view your promotion? No, there's no in-game way to view the promotion trees, as far as I'm aware. I know that there is a way... Oh, man. If a barbarian caravel attacks my rock band because Persia, despite having infinite units to waste on me, cannot be bothered to deal with their own barbarians. Very annoyed. The Netherlands have denounced Persia, which is kind of crazy. That means that they're not at war anymore, despite the fact that it's impossible to get Persia to not be at war with you. A 1,000 tourism and a 50% chance they will make this their final gig and retire. You know, that song sounds kind of familiar. A bottom tier performance. Life on tour is hard. Man, rock bands suck. Alright, we get very obvious promotion on our field cannon, which has earned a new name. The Royal Bows, the Mounted Snipers. Guys, come on, get a little creative. The Salty Slingers. There you go. That's about how I'm feeling about some elements of what's happening here. Alright, let's grab this frigate. Send home their various great admirals. Murder their cuirassiers, maybe? I don't know, man. Okay, Dido, you've lost the war. You've lost the war to a degree that I would describe as embarrassing. Yeah. The fact that I think the core... So, like, when they designed the grievance system... Now, what if we actually finished the Great Zimbabwe? Wouldn't that be wild? When they designed the grievance system, they made it so that you can now, quote-unquote, defensively capture a city. Or basically capture a city essentially for free as punishment for having declared war on you. They wouldn't have had to do that if the AI would just back off a war when the war was over. There's absolutely no reason that that needs to occur. So I'm a little torn between, like, we could get ourselves an Eiffel Tower. All tiles in your entire civilization gain +2 appeal is pretty powerful. But it is 36 turns of building here, and this is the city that, like, if we were going to make military stuff... Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. If we're going to make military stuff happen, this is where we would do it. I want the Eiffel Tower really badly. How are we doing in the capital? The capital is 4 turns from finishing this military academy. And when it does, it will have... Wait, why do I have -8 amenities? And when it does, it'll have -60% production from amenities. Are you joking? Am I being more affected by war weariness than the enemies are? Yep, I have -10 amenities from war weariness, due to winning all of these wars so spectacularly. -60%! Well, what I was gonna say is maybe it'll be faster to build it in the capital, but no, apparently not. How do I have war weariness problems when none of my enemies do? I mean, they must, I guess. But they just don't care. They're willing... Like I said, the AI is absolutely willing to commit cultural suicide if it will slow the player down even a little bit. Well, I guess... Can I just purchase this coal power plant? I can. It's not even that expensive. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. So this will add, what, 3 industry to our factory? It'll also increase emissions. That's not the button. Here we go. Next melt of polar ice. Soon. Is it the settler lens that shows that? Okay. Like, what is the actual hit on that? We'll lose all of this. The entire southern edge of this. Okay, so we cannot intentionally do stuff that causes... That ironclad is a coal unit, isn't it? Man. An enemy spy from an unknown civ has eluded capture and has escaped Stockholm. That means that they tried a mission in Stockholm and failed, and they probably failed due to our counter spy, so... Orgo is now active and could erupt at any time. Hey, wouldn't that be lovely? Our culture... My culture dominant. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, we probably can't build the power plant. It's not worth the extra production. Also, bonus production equal to the production adjacency bonus of this district is 0, so it is only the extra production from the from the factory. All right, make me an Eiffel Tower. I suppose it's best to remove this tile. Ordinarily, you build a lot of wonders on deserts, but the city that has Petra in it really wants to keep its deserts as deserts. So I need to get out of some of these wars, despite the fact that that is... kind of nonsense. We also have all this money. What do I want to do with all this money? Is there anything, like, valuable that we could buy in the buildings in Norkoping? No, I guess what I want to do with all this money is just buy districts. Or rather, buy a district. We are not going to let that be a problem. Hey, how do I flood barrier? That's a thing, right? We can make dams or something? Well, we can make dams. It's I guess, not the same thing. Plus 6 power in any district, in any city that has a dam is like a pretty useful thing. Oh, flood barriers are on computers. Protects coastal lowland tiles in this city from flooding. Initial build cost and per turn maintenance are variable based on the number of coastal lowlands in the city and the current sea level. If constructed after some of a city's tiles have been flooded, those tiles can be repaired, but submerged tiles are not recoverable. Okay, so I guess on the first sea level rise, these would just become flooded? Is that how it works? Yeah, and then like on the next sea level rise, maybe they would become submerged? So we definitely need to be headed toward computers then. For a bunch of reasons. That's actually like relatively urgent. Okay. Alright, neighborhoods and yeah, a lot of important stuff getting built here. I guess can I buy buildings in the theater district here with this money? Could buy myself an amphitheater. Well, I will then. And then we'll buy a museum. Alright, my harbor is functional again. They have too many great people for their own good. Okay, here we go. As much as I would love to take a city off of the Netherlands, I think we need to get out of the war, apparently. I will take a positive deal on that. Okay, so not only should we have lost some of our war weariness, but they gave us a luxury that we didn't have before. So let's see what the amenity situation in Stockholm looks like now. Okay, only -3. We don't see any Phoenician traders that would be easy to access. I would love to like pillage some of their trade routes and stuff. Let's send their great people home. Just to deny them vision. I don't know if that actually helps us in any way, but it feels good to annoy them, basically. Alright, Vosteres, you need to get, at the very least, your lighthouse fixed. We need that trade unit. Alright, next goal is to get Phoenicia to give up. You know what would be really great is if we could get Wilhelmina to stop declaring war on us constantly. So if we made a trade route with her, we would lose this -12 modifier, and we presumably would gain some positive modifier. Then we would be -22 +2 plus whatever this is. So probably still, she's going to declare war on us at every opportunity. We do an embassy? No. Big deal. Open borders? Oh, I should... You know what? I should have just opened my borders to them. You know what? Here. I'll give this to you as a gift. I am trying. I am actively trying to repair relations. That gift didn't even appear on the... Whatever. We're going to get this. Then we're going to buy a trade unit next turn. And we're going to send a trade unit to somewhere in their empire. I don't know where. It will be a bad trade route, but it will provide tourism, and it will calm them down. Man, Poland. Are they allowed to culture bomb out? And that's a good tile, too, that they just stole from me. I've completed building... Oh, I've got every building in my encampment. Interesting. The waters of the Clara River rose, but our foresight prevented flooding in the surrounding land. Look at us. Look at us. We're doing it. Okay. Yeah, we gained access to this research station that we cannot realistically use. Do we need to change our policies at all? I don't think we want to, right? That's pretty powerful. But we don't need it, really. I don't really think I want to change... Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, for real, that's unacceptable. There's no... I don't have an ability to extract a promise from her not to do that. Well, I guess there's nothing I can do about it. And that's extremely annoying. Go away. So I could sail up here and attack Tyr. They'll shoot back. And it will hurt a lot. It's just not, it's not worth it. Okay. So down here, we're still okay on housing, except for the amenities are a little bit of a problem. Let's buy a trade route in Stockholm. I guess we can just build the trader. Let's buy out the museum in Orebro. At this point, honestly, maybe an archaeological museum makes sense. Yeah, we could do some archaeology. And then that does not leave us with enough to buy the trader, so we build the trader. You should probably repair your shipyard for the extra production. Well, we're going to have at least a normal age, which is nice. I'm a little frustrated. Like, the war weariness system should apply way more to the person who is losing the war. I guess you have to be careful with that to avoid it becoming a thing that makes it so that you can't safely declare war unless you are 100% sure you're going to win. But I guess you have to be careful about it being a thing that's going to harm the defender in wars. It should be a thing that applies way, way more to attackers than it does to defenders. Like, a lot more. Okay. Oil is becoming a serious problem. We have another great writer and a bunch more great work, great people on the way. And this guy needs to get teleported elsewhere. So, how much does it matter where I do this? I think I'd rather do it here. Wait. Was that not Mark Twain that I just did that to? No, it totally... Oh, I rebased the trader. I thought I had Mark Twain selected for some reason. Okay. Hey. Hey, you. Wake up. No, that's right. You attacked. That's why I can't move you. Alright, so plus 20% production in the city. Like, nobody's going to build Ruhr Valley. Maybe we should just build it. It is 20% production. We don't have a lot of mines or quarries. But we also don't have zero. We'd have to go over the bananas. It's, like, totally fine. It is an aggressively okay thing to build here. Because I think we're actually past a lot of the wonders now that are really important. Yeah, if there might be wonders in the future era, maybe? It's possible. So what we'd really like to get is another golden age. The next era will be the last era. It will last forever. So it's very important for us to get a golden age into that era. I think we're going to be okay on that. We're going to get a bunch more great people. We're going to have some wonders finish. Maybe we'll even finish the Sydney Opera House. Maybe. Well, here I think it's very obvious that it is correct for us to build a shopping mall. I think I'm just going to build the shopping mall here, too. 20% production is 12. It is a lot. Yeah, maybe we should just make Ruhr Valley. I mean, Ruhr Valley is also tourism, right? Wonders are tourism. It's a really good tile that we're replacing, though. And we're definitely actually working all of our good tiles, right? Yeah, so losing that tile does lose us stuff. In fact, our citizens will be forced to work in our districts. I mean, that's fine. We have some citizens working in this district already, producing extra production, which is a lovely thing for them to be able to do. But don't citizens working in... Yeah, that's definitely more production. Okay, hold on. Let's production focus the city. Try to get this wonder out as fast as possible. That was a really good tile, but also Rare Valley's a really good tile. If nobody else is going to build it. Okay. It's also just about time for the Nobel Prize in Physics, which we've completely ignored and are going to win by a landslide. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm producing the most great people points of almost all of the types. So we're going to get attack boost and +1 uranium per turn in each university, which is cool for when we get stuff to do with uranium. You know what? Running the trade route to Wilhelmina from Norrköping actually is probably good, because sea trade routes are really valuable. How long ago did we start building the Great Zimbabwe? And this is a wonder that often does not get built because the requirements are so weird, having to have nearby cattle. Still overjoyed about free trade route, though. What? Okay. So, it showed us that I was going to be able to shoot that guy, and then when I right-clicked on him, it extremely did not do that. So we definitely need to... I think I want to pick up Supply Fleet more than Proximity Fuses. We definitely are aiming for that plus range bonus. I suppose I got to get out of the habit of right-clicking on enemies because your units do not behave reasonably if you are not extremely explicit with their orders. So yeah, a trade route from here to Utrecht is worth a fair amount of gold. Mark Twain can go and write us some lovely books. Jim said that bees won't sting idiots, but I didn't believe that, because I tried them lots of times myself and they wouldn't sting me. So +2 tourism if the city population is 10 or higher, +5 if it's 20 or higher. We're actually going to hit 20 tourism in there, or 20 population in this city. Get some amenities, and I believe the power plant here provides power to Uppsala, right? You know, I actually don't know how... Hold on, how does that work? It definitely provides power to nearby cities in some way. For cities within 6 tiles that need it at each turn. So yeah, it's just any city that has a city center within 6, I'm assuming, so it will provide power here, and I think that we're producing enough power for that not to be like a serious drain on us. Alright. Back to this opera house that I would love to eventually finish. Also, we should probably, at this point, purchase another trader. So what do my trade routes look like? We are not running a trade route from this city to Ludwiga, which we probably should be because there's extra great person points in it for us. So yeah, this city purchases a trader. Oh, and we can definitely afford another rock band. We should buy that. Maybe this one will perform more than one show. Wouldn't that be cool if we had a rock band and it actually, like, got some experience and stuff? I guess if it's going to be a coin flip every time they perform, whether they die or not, high-level rock bands are probably pretty unusual. Right, Dido, you're embarrassing yourself. Can we please... I'm trying to help you, man. Hey, here's a problem. I don't actually know if there's a way to see on the war weariness thing what war the weariness is from. Yeah, there's no mouse over on this at all. Do we have a more detailed... Nope. We do not have a more detailed thing of our war weariness, so I don't know if negotiating peace with Dido will help, or if it's got to be Cyrus. Really, he thinks he's winning more now than he was, due to the fact that he lost 2 additional units since the last time we talked about this. I think, like, the number one thing that could be improved here is the AI's ability to not even fight wars, but just realize when it has lost a war. Oh, stuff's happening. Also, she's happy. That's great. A spy from the Dutch Empire was killed during his attempt to neutralize Pingala. Look at all this counter spying we're doing. So, our counter spy's been promoted. Khan, what's up? Recruit partisans as if 2 levels more experienced. If this spy is in your home territory, all your spies operate at +1 level. Hell yes. In a secret underground room, you thank Khan for a successful career of service before the next mission begins. And then we're going to have to reassign him after that, I think. Alright, this rock band performs as if 2 levels more experienced on entertainment complex tiles, or on water park tiles, or just moves really fast. Well, let's take one of these extra experience things, right? So hold on. Cyrus, what is your deal? You have entertainment complexes. I've seen them. He has harbors. I don't know if he has water parks. But he totally has an entertainment complex. Yeah, right next to the thing. Let's grab that. Arena Rock. You know, the Mega Mines is not actually a bad name for an Arena Rock band. Oh, I should have moved them before taking the promotion. Ah, well, whatever. Hey, you, get out of here. You're not allowed to see my territory. I won't have it. I kind of think I'm just going to leave them right there. You guys are... Yeah, probably roll a little closer to the city. But yeah, basically good. Okay, so this trade route is best for it to run to Poland. Probably Warsaw is my guess. Yep, Warsaw is still the best route. Got ourselves another great artist, and fortunately we have a place. We have a place for you, Angelica Kaufman. Don't we? Yes. So even more tourism incoming. We're about to gain some pretty big modifiers with computers and environmentalism, and we're still producing great works at a pretty reasonable clip. We have lots of place for music in particular at the moment, right? Actually, we kind of have we have developed a bunch more spots for everything. So yeah, we just need great people in general. And we are absolutely going to hit the Golden Age threshold. So we will Golden Age through the end of the game. I suspect it's going to be the final era for quite some time. Nope. Absolutely not. Never again am I trading great works. We actually have the slots for them now. That has got to stop happening. Okay. Oh, interesting. Tourism from great works of a particular type is doubled. Excuse me. So, Nobel Peace Prize. Win it by generating diplomatic favor to receive a free great musician and great scientist. That's awesome. We're gonna spend some favor on this. I want this. Trade routes sent to the chosen player provide bonus gold, and the chosen player receives an extra trade route capacity would be awfully good. And if this were to happen to me, it would be extremely bad. So we're going to spend a bunch of favor this time. At this point, we could start voting for people to gain 2 diplomatic victory points. And you only need 10 to win the game, right? A diplomatic victory actually seems like very doable then. Especially, look at how bad everybody else's favor is. We can probably afford to vote for ourselves to get this. while still making sure that all this stuff happens. So hold on. Let's figure out what the correct type of great work for us would be. It's probably writing. Right, we just have tons and tons of them. Yeah, so we have 9, 13, 14 great works of art, although we are producing more great works of art at this very moment, remember. And yeah, 14 makes sense, because we traded a painting for something at some point, right? Oh no, sorry, these are great works of art too. 16. Yeah, 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 great... you know what? It might be great works of art, actually. Because of the fact that we have a great artist live right now, so we're about to fill another museum. We do not have enough great works in music for that to make sense. Okay. Oh, but it's not great works of art in general. You have to pick a specific type. Well, then in that case, it's definitely writing. Probably we will see other people also vote for writing. Okay, so let's talk about getting this stuff done. We do not have any indication that any players are going to vote against our selected trade policy or against our heritage organization choice. I bet writing is the type that other people will pick. I don't know that we need to put a lot into this, but I do want to put enough into it that we could outvote some coalition of people. +1 trade route capacity for 30 turns would be nice. It's not vital, so this is the one I think we can afford to go short on favor on. This, let's go ahead and just make sure we get this. I bet the Nobel Peace Prize passes without us having to do anything. People seem, in general, pretty eager to do the competitions. So, if Jadwiga just votes for herself, I want to outvote Jadwiga. Okay. My suspicion is everybody's just going to vote up for themselves, so we only need to outvote one player worth of favor here. Jadwiga might vote against this because she's got to be... The AI can see the victory screens just the same as we can. They've got to know that tourism is a real problem. That my tourism output in particular is a real problem. So basically, we're going to have to put a bunch of favor into this one. Everybody all together has 550, like 700, 825. It's a lot. We actually can't outvote the whole world combined if we want to still vote on other stuff. So who do I think is going to be against this? Dido's going to vote for it. So that's 125 we don't have to worry about. Who do I think is going to... I don't have any sense of who's going to vote against us. Let's put in 550. That avoids a coup from Tamiris and Jadwiga combined. You know, trying to keep their ally from getting too big of a head. I have no idea how the AI's like opinion of you factors into stuff, how much they want to win versus how much they want their friend to succeed. I feel very confident on this, and then we probably shouldn't spend all of our favor on the Nobel Peace Prize, but let's make sure that it happens, or at least try to make sure that it happens. So great engineer, great artist, great artist. To be perfectly honest, I wish we were going to get a great engineer and a great musician at the top tier. I almost would rather have the silver tier, but there's no way we're going to be able to control it. We're definitely just going to win passively on this. Yeah, I don't really need to put that much into this one, probably. I think all of the AI are going to want this to happen. Maybe I only put one vote in. It doesn't actually break our heart if we don't get it. And this allows me to preserve favor for the next diplomatic victory vote, and... yeah. If the Nobel Peace Prize doesn't happen, it actually doesn't hurt us that much. I'm comfortable with these spends. Gradient Dust Storm has fertilized a tile while damaging a tile. Okay. Turns out everybody wanted it to be me. Yep. Okay. Works for me. Tourism. Yep. Yep. Everybody voted up. Cool. We got a pretty not wasteful version of the outcome we wanted. Nobody went as hard as I was afraid they might, but Jadwiga did put in. She went for it. And almost everybody wanted great work of writing. Cool. So we won the we won the physics competition. We got some boosts and a permanent uranium per turn, which is pretty neat. Where did I lose land? Wait, what? This? Was this mine? Okay, well that doesn't hurt us. That was 4 tiles away from the city. We weren't actually able to work it. It really bugs me that we can't tell her to cut that out, though. So you just keep Pingala safe. Apparently it's still an important job. You go away. All I'm doing here is denying them vision, but it feels good. It's a good low effort way of doing this thing. So our alliance level with Jadwiga has hit the maximum. We are now getting 20% of her tourism and 10% of her culture, and she's getting the same from us, it's worth noting. I don't think that actually hurts us very much. I'm not afraid of her suddenly producing so much culture that she's going to be a problem for our victory. Anna Maria Jenkins and Thomas Jenkins. Wow, you got them both. Angelica, how do you do it? Okay, so we're no longer at war with the Netherlands. How are we doing on opinion with them? Now that we have... Okay, we have a total of +5 points of positive feeling due to the trade routes. So it's not huge. They dislike civilizations with low productivity. We're not doing a great job of whatever their hidden agenda is. And we have a friendship and an allied status with an enemy, which is just that's not going to change. We're close to being able to tip over to being positive enough with her that she might not declare war on us again, which would be pretty cool. I'm going to give her 100 gold. Can we please get a... Yes, a favorable trade deals modifier. Alright, we're going to come back next turn and try to see if we can get her a what do you call it? Get an embassy with her. So what's the story with emissions? We're getting close. I've been trying to be really careful here. The other people in the world are coming online though. Yeah, we might have to just go and threaten Cyrus a little bit with our 2 frigates and an ironclad. I don't know if we can actually do that, but I can at least make him think. Let's make more ships first. I do have another trade route from that thing. So let's build 1 more ship in each of these places before we go. Can't make another frigate. I'm short 6 niter. I do need an archaeologist, but that's really more of a purchase. Well, I could just make it a bad privateer. That's not good. Can we trade some niter off of Jadwiga, maybe? Youch. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. This is maybe overkill. But I'm going to go over there with 5 ships. Because I'm pretty sure that 2 frigates that's not going to be enough with the strength of his walls. And then we need another trade unit. Where am I going to buy it from? Orebro now has a couple of districts and would maybe benefit from a trade route running to Poland. I mean, certainly the extra points of resources would be useful. Yeah, okay. We'll do it here. So how about great engineers? What are we looking at on great engineers? Triggers the Eureka moment for rocketry and provides 20% production towards space race projects. Is not an engineer that's actually useful to us. I think there's a pretty good chance we just pass on this one. We could get Levi Strauss and his wonderful, wonderful genes with a copy we can trade to somebody while they listen to our rock music. Is that going to happen? We are producing the most great merchant points. No, we are not. Persia is, but Persia's way behind us on this one. Yeah, we might get Levi Strauss. He would not be a bad one to have. And as always, when it says +4 amenities, it means +1 amenity in up to 4 of your cities. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass on this dude. When he becomes available, that's not one of the great engineers we want. We're looking for great engineers that do stuff that's a little bit more relevant, hopefully, you know, wonder-wise. So on the whole, things are going pretty well. Our tourism continues to grow. Dido, I assume, is not feeling any more peaceful, or she would have come to us. She's feeling a little bit more peaceful. And Cyrus still thinks that there's some version of this war that he can win. Or he just doesn't want us to be able to output tourism to him in the most effective way possible. Still gaining, though. 133 to his 337 now. Victory, only 206 turns. Well, it is technically before the end of the game. So hooray for us. Here comes environmentalism, though. That's going to help. Absolutely not. Completely insane. What do you think? Khmer's just declared war on Phoenicia. Well, hopefully that'll... An allied friend has warned... Tamiris has warned Giant Varmin about backstabbing people. Like, hey, don't do that. I don't know if I can trust you. Get out of my territory. That is a Persian religious unit. Oh, I can't quite reach that tile. I am all about condemning Persian religious units right now. I am fine with that. So, at some point here, the era is going to end, right? When that happens, we're going to have to worry about our traders again. It's not it's not a completely meaningless thing. Let's attack this guy with our ships. We want to get XP rather than attacking him with the city. Can you reach this turn? No. All right. Well, we'll get the killing blow with the frigate. I have enough faith to purchase a guru. Lucky me. So we need... I mean, I don't think I'm going to be particularly picky here. I suppose we should grab... Yeah, we should grab antiquity sites from near our cities. If you're wondering, like, hey, did you buy that archaeologist in the wrong place? The archaeologist has to be built in the city that has the archaeological museum, which is why that went the way it went. Okay, lots and lots of trade routes run into Warsaw. And now that we have environmentalism, it's probably time to start thinking about a new government. So our government now is really good. Yeah, trade routes to ally cities providing 4 extra production is pretty bananas, and that discount on purchases with gold has saved us a huge amount of money already. We could upgrade to a bunch of extra amenities and culture. Commercial hubs and encampments provide cities with plus 10% production, or plus 3 power in all cities and big production boost toward city projects, but, you know, you lose tourism. I don't like any of these, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I think these are all worse than democracy. This one's interesting, at least. Extra production's always good. And the minus 10% science would not be a huge loss for us. We would end up with... Okay, synthetic technocracy is the only one that ends up with 7 slots to put yellow cards in. We can have 6 cards in either of the other 2. Man, these are bad. I kind of think we're not going to take any of them. Let's pick up near future governance. Are the cards from this... Yeah, e-commerce is good, but probably not good enough to warrant a slot. Okay, yeah, so none of it's great. What are we doing with 820 gold right now? I guess we need to buy broadcast towers now, which are 1,740 gold each. All right, well, that's what we're doing with gold. I mean, honestly, that's not that much, right? We're actually making a ton of money. We definitely want the first one to be in Stockholm. As Pingala. So, I mean, the Scythians are bravely fighting anything that comes out of a Phoenician city, but they have no ability to actually take any of the cities. Like, you can't attack an 80-strength city with coursers and cavalry. Or rather, you can, but it's not going to work. Oh, hi! Hi, Persia. Well, I don't think this is going to do it either, frankly. Especially with him having to sail in and, like, get totally massacred while in transit. So... Also, it's actually going to be really hard for them to attack Orebro in any useful way. I assume these guys are headed for our actual shore. Because the fact that they can only put 2 units near Orebro makes it functionally impossible for them to take it. Especially if we remove all of their artillery, which I think we should probably try to do here. Really, you can't do that and then shoot? Come on. Okay, you are absolutely not allowed to have artillery. And then this guy can't shoot at the artillery. I guess he shoots at the anti-tank crew, because that's a core. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of relatively modern troops here, but I don't see how it helps you, man. How are you? What do the logistics of this attack look like? Our opinion's not changing much from turn to turn. Maybe we try to take one of these cities. Like, what if we could take Ugarit and Brussels. Brussels is a city-state. We could just return it to its original owner. We could own Ugarit. That's not bad. So maybe I should have my... Well, this guy kind of has to stay home, though. Oh, apparently we can make this in 2 turns? Yeah, do that. Okay, so here we want to start getting our various tourism improvements rolling. And then we can make another museum. Does it make sense to make an art museum? We don't actually have a ton of art slots open right now. Yeah, art museum over archaeological probably is reasonable to do. We are not going to purchase it because we want to purchase broadcast towers in our cities that are too busy building wonders to build any broadcast towers. Okay, let's see what he does here. I'm curious. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Khmer actually might help us with some of these cities. I'd love it if I didn't have all this stuff on my screen. Huh, he just didn't move these units. That's weird. Well, I mean, I'll take it. It's just like a lot of free XP for us. Melee ships don't take any damage when attacking embarked land units. It's just like a lot of killing we're getting to do for free. Alright, they so far have not tried any spy missions as far as we're aware, except for assassinating our governor, but they still could. This time we'll send both of your great admirals home. The laughter of families and the sigh of lovers fill the air as the world's first seaside resort opens in Umea. The world's first seaside resort. We're doing it, guys. Look at all the little beach towels. I actually really do love the art on the tile improvements in this game. So what we're going to be able to do is scrape this one off and throw down another. So these things provide tourism equal to the appeal of the tile that they're sitting on. Which means that seaside resorts often generate more tourism than world wonders. Especially if we manage to complete our... Eiffel Tower, we will see some pretty solid seaside resorts going on. Hey, my open-air museum was the thing that got removed by that dust storm. Well, you know what? I should buy a broadcast center this turn, not a worker. As much as I would love to get a social policy in place to give our workers extra charges, I just don't think it's worth moving any of our current policies out. And we can afford to just buy a ton of workers over time. Yeah, so we'll have to rebuild our open air museum. Boy, that was a hell of a dust storm. It completely obliterated the museum. There's no trace of it at all. I'm gonna move over here and pillage this. We've got to do something to convince them that they are confused, that they need to do other stuff. So we definitely want... Man, I like Helmsman a lot. But we do want defense against ranged attacks, because we're gonna take a bunch of damage from the cities as we attack them, right? So I guess let's pick up Embalon. You have a promotion available. You are going to pick up Bombardment and Rolling Barrage. That is definitely the thing we are doing with these units. It was actually really nice of Cyrus to provide us with all this XP for our naval units. The other tile is this one, right? Yeah. Why am I only allowed to move one there? No, that's not even across the river. Oh, it's because it's a... Right, this is a forested tile. Stupid slow-moving builders. We no longer have that plus movement in friendly territory policy on. So do we want to buy any other builders anywhere? I mean, a builder in Vosteros. What do Vosteros' tiles look like? Appeal-wise. We actually have a couple of breathtaking ones. So yeah, we're definitely going to remove the antiquity site from this. This mine apparently is pillaged and has been for some time. This tile is only charming, not breathtaking. You know what? Yeah, sure, we'll buy a builder here as well. And then we probably ought to save up for broadcast towers. Oh hey, we're totally past the hour here. It's very easy for me to get distracted playing this game and just want to play it forever. So we're going to do one more turn here. I've arbitrarily decided. We could repair Vosteros' wall. Not exactly urgent. We do need more housing in this city. We do need more housing in a bunch of our cities. Well, once we're finished building the very important things that we're currently building, neighborhoods are available. Wait, are we... Hold on. No, we're not actually... Oh, interesting. Yeah, I suppose the uranium... No, I'm not trading uranium to you. I suppose the uranium is a valuable trade good, but I am not trading uranium to Wilhelmina. I know exactly what that uranium would be used for. Alright, we're going to pass on this guy. But the next great person we get does secure our final golden age. Sorry, not our final golden age. It's only the modern era right now. We're not actually in the information era yet, despite the fact that I've been in the information era for some time on the Civics tree, right? Yeah. So there are actually 2 eras left. This is not the final era changeover. Our culture is now dominant over Poland. Then does that just mean that I have more visiting tourists? Yeah, than they have domestic. So we're doing it. Like I said, we're gaining ground on Cyrus faster than he is getting away from us. I guess that's what gaining ground means. I'd like to go over there and pillage some more, but it's probably not really safe to do. We can go over here and just, like, harass their land units, though. Oh, I guess I don't want to fire from this tile, because we're going to get shot by... Yeah, we're going to get shot by a thing that has 78 combat strength. Not a good idea with this unit. So, first things first. Was the dust storm still happening? No, it doesn't currently... It doesn't say that there's an effect on here right now. Put that back down. 762 tourism, by the way. So what do the appeal of our tiles look like over here? Oh, nothing breathtaking at all. At least not until the Eiffel Tower finishes. Once the Eiffel Tower's finished, a lot of this stuff... I think 4 is still charming. The threshold for breathtaking is at 5, I believe. Turns out we don't have any tiles that are at 4, so I can't check. Maybe I'm wrong, but these might become seaside resortable tiles. We'll just build farms around here for now, because we really should have stuff on the tiles. And hey, let's continue to generate XP, shall we? Despite being heavily outnumbered. I mean, yeah, we're outnumbered, but I don't know that it's in a way that matters. I'm not sure what has happened to the AI here. It just stopped doing stuff entirely, which seems like a bug to me. These units should probably still be headed wherever they were headed. We are getting a lot of free XP here, though, which is great. Okay, probably we ought to stop playing here, but we're coming up on the end of it. Even without attacking Cyrus, it looks like we're just gonna overwhelm him. You know, a totally peaceful cultural victory is sort of like thematically sensible. It's just that I really like it when you also get to kill somebody. It's a complicated culture. So we don't get to take a great engineer until the Netherlands grabs this one. It is potentially the case that this will make them better at the space victory. In fact, sorry, no, it will. It will make them better at the space victory. That's how victories work. But also, I don't think I care. Yeah, I don't think they're actually a threat to us, really. Erwin Schrödinger is not amazing for us. The Eureka moment for 3 random technologies from the atomic or information eras is, like, that we're going to get boosts that we don't have. And there are some things that can't be boosted normally, can only be boosted by stealing Tech Boost of the Spy, or by using a great scientist that does this thing. But I don't know if we'll take him or not, honestly. The Giant Death Robot, an information-era super unit able to move and fight in water, and its combat abilities can be upgraded by researching future technologies. Interesting. Well, you know who has a lot of uranium? I guess as it is right now, we only have enough uranium to power 1 robot permanently. But still, that seems like pretty good. Let's see, over here we have wind farms. Must be built on hill terrain, provides gold production and power without burning stuff. Solar farms are the same, but must be built on flat, non-snow terrain. Yes, we're getting into renewables. We can probably get climate change pretty under control. We can get nuclear power, which translates uranium into a huge amount of power, and also doesn't really put out emissions, and also provides a huge amount of production and science. And provides all that production and science to any city centers nearby. As it ages, there's a chance for a nuclear accident to occur. And I know that there's a project you can run in the city once you have one of these to recommission it and make it okay. Alright, well, we're 2 turns off of being able to convert up to oil power, which we don't really want to do. I am gaining +3 oil per turn. Wait a minute. You know what? I didn't really check. Nobel Prize. No, that's not what I want. Sweden? How do I look at the text of the things? I think we got... Yeah, the Unique World Congress competitions. Maybe competitions? Okay, well. Is it going to show me a list of all of them? No. Okay, I think we actually are getting all of the prizes. Yeah, okay, the way this is worded, that makes sense. So, bonus oil per turn was the second place prize on the previous Nobel competition. I didn't realize when you win, you don't get gold tier. You get gold tier and silver tier and bronze tier. Or maybe you don't get bronze tier. Maybe you get gold and silver. Because this says for the top 25%, which the winner is totally in. This says for the next 25%, which the winner is not in. So I guess when we win this, we'll get a musician and a scientist and an engineer and an artist. Which is pretty good. That's better than I thought we were going to get. Okay. Now I'm actually really glad that passed. I have enough faith to recruit an apostle, but who would recruit an apostle when they could words? I was going to try to make a Judas Priest joke. It's too late now. The moment's gone. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. 762 tourism outgoing. We still don't have computers. We still don't have a trade route to Cyrus. Things are only going to get better. I think we're coming up on the end of this thing. I bet no more than 2 more episodes in this game. Provided that we don't just kill Cyrus next episode and end it all right then and there. So come back next time to see if maybe we do. And we'll see you then.